I'm not asking for your political opinion here, but how does he seem to you?
I would just tell you that I meet frequently with the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine. How people interpret that is up to them, but
it's just fine.
I engage with him frequently and alert, sound, does his homework, reads the papers, reads all the read-ahead material, and is very, very engaging in issues of very serious matters of war and peace and life and death. So if the American people are worried about an individual who is, someone who's making decisions of war and peace and has access to, makes the decisions of nuclear weapons and that sort of thing, I think they can rest easy.
So every single expert opinion I could find on Google Scholar regarding Joe Biden's cognitive abilities said we got nothing to worry about. Essentially, that Joe Biden is as sharp as a tack. Morning, Joe.
If you can't handle the truth, start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. Yeah, this version of Biden is the best Biden ever.
She knows so long as she was 9.
In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
President Biden has a photographic memory. His understanding and mastery of a complicated geopolitical situation, remarkable.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
I was sitting, 2 feet from him across the table, and he was, intense.
Have trouble walking sometimes? Yeah, so did FDR. He wanted GD war.
But he's totally focused. He's very sharp.
They say he's sharp in meetings and so on.
Very lucid, very well informed. Biden is stately, and he comes with gravitas. There hasn't been, as far as I know, a single claim that Biden made a mistake. Ageism is an issue. Americans have a rich history of holding people's physical characteristics against them. Okay, you can ask African Americans.
He's older. That doesn't mean that he is...
Okay, physical characteristics. So if you're infirm, right, that's not just a physical characteristic. That's also going to affect your thinking. Your brain operates in your body. What's going on in your body affects your mind. I mean, just this shameless lying by the news media and our experts.
Unfit, and there's a lot of ageism there.
Now, this age attack, this obsession by the right.
So if you don't accept that there's any such moral category as ageism, you're going to see these things a lot more clearly.
Joe Biden may not be able to speak for himself the way that he used to.
They want to think to take on government if we get out of line, which they're talking again about, and that's him lying around.
I think people should be speaking up for Joe Biden.
Americans and reporters in the media are just judging him by a physical appearance, and it's horribly unfair. Age is an asset.
I can't imagine going through life without judging on people's physical appearance. You would be so handicapped, right? You would be so retarded going through life without making some judgments on people's physical characteristics.
Showed exactly how with it he is.
The flip side of this coin is that he has a tremendous amount of wisdom and experience.
Have you heard any concerns from anyone who has met with President Biden about him seeming a little slower?
No.
More wild speculation from a bunch of people who have probably never been in a room with Joe Biden and certainly don't have medical degrees that I'm aware of.
You don't get...
Right. You have to have a medical degree to recognize that Joe Biden is senile. Right, this is the left-wing reliance on experts over common sense.
Paid for performance to be president. The job is not a job of endurance. I don't see Donald Trump out bike riding like Joe Biden.
It's the Hillary's email. All they have is that he's old.
He can clear a dementia bar, and that's probably a win.
The media are not fair, and they're getting less and less fair, and things are frightening. You have Wall Street Journal running a horribly sourced piece saying that Biden is unfit.
Dubious Wall Street Journal report about the president's acuity.
Shoddy story by the Wall Street Journal questioning Biden's mental fitness.
Wall Street Journal story had a lot of flaws, as you said. But Sinclair, they didn't do any original reporting. They didn't follow up. They didn't do any work.
Here with us today is Hirsch Goldberg Poland, and is still... He is not here with us, but he's still being held by Hamas.
But a huge part of the Mueller report talks about Russian disinformation tactics. And one of the themes this election cycle is that Joe Biden is too old to lead. And so everyone is seizing upon this. And it is a classic disinformation tactic. And I think the best thing that we can do is to...
Yeah, just disinformation, man, right? All these calls for expertise, guys, you gotta wait for the experts to weigh in and tell you what your lying eyes are deceiving you about.
Grown from a murmur among allies who said they believed or hoped they were catching the president on a bad day, to a deafening roar as many of those same allies called on him to step aside in the wake of his disastrous June 27th debate performance. On Sunday, Biden announced he was withdrawing from the presidential race, an unparalleled step that leaves Democrats without a nominee less than 4 months before Election Day. Biden endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to take his place, but it remains to be seen if voters rally behind her. How the Democratic Party came to the brink of nominating a candidate with an obvious flaw is a story of allies eager to look the other way.
So, what should we expect from the news?